everybody, and welcome back. This time for the final chapter of this season of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Megaverse. Our heroes have been through quite a lot of both danger, adventure, and weird stuff. They have fought cows, flying brains, hunger demons, mutants, well, not fighting as much as just passing them, and big hunks of flesh. Also a Sunaj assassin. Finally, it seems to be clearing up. The tattooed man has been scared away. No longer has the other monsters munching on your dear talking car, Lenny. You were even repaired some of it, so it's actually a working car instead of just some wheels going chug 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 chug. In the Longhouse Preserve, you picked up David, who was very happy to not be entertaining kids all day, and are now finally heading back to Laszlo.
I say my
Tonight's
tearful
chapter-
goodbyes to the lovely mistress of the Longhouse Preserve.
She accepts.
Did I miss something here?
Tonight's chapter is called There and Back Again. I hope you enjoyed. Well, you are all sitting in Lenny, once more driving.
Shh.
Apparently a phone is ringing.
Good reminder. Thank you.
You didn't know you had one. You don't even really know what one is,
Hello,
to be
Mojo.
honest. Everything seems to be going well. The weather is rainy, but not raining fish, so that's always that. And you slowly approach the area where you left the old shaman lady, and you notice it, well, there's no hut. The rest of the natural area is pretty much as it was.
Is it still blizzarded?
Well, it's snowy, but I wouldn't say blizzardy.
Okay.
But everything just seems to be empty, really. The same kind of goes when you, after a week more of travel, gets to what used to be the fairy forest. Still a forest. The magic seems to be gone. The only trace... The only trace you find are footsteps, big footsteps, that the Atlanteans unfortunately recognize as being from Sprugoth's slavers. But it's been a while, so they are not around anymore. What might have happened to the dear fairies, nobody really knows. Now, anyway. Maybe better news await you once you get closer to Laszlo. Now, in the car trip, do you do anything other than lament and think about what happened?
Right ahead and scout.
It seems to be pretty much functional now, except for the few states he's been in. He can't remember all of them, and he probably prefers not to be honest. But it's going well. He seems to be completely cured, weirdly enough. More than the rest of you. Well, not so much Elastra, but the other people who have been affected by the dreams of Mad Haven. Yeah, you still have those dreams. Anyone else want to do anything on their travels?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to everybody about what happened last week. Like, what did I miss?
Big rhinoceros apocalypse ate the car, smashed it, and there were a bunch of Splugorthian minions riding robot horses, casting tattoo magic at us.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And where was we?
You were apparently in telepathic communication with the dragon, so didn't really notice anything was going on.
Okay. I got to talk to a dragon. Did you? Cool.
Rhinos apocalypse.
Right? Awesome.
The car seems to be very much worse for the wear, even though has been fixed somewhat since then.
Poor Lenny.
Yeah.
Little goopy.
Yeah. Oh no, they kind of disappeared with the tattoo creature. They dissipated afterwards. So.
Yeah, but that move took some guts.
Ba-dum.
He really dove into the belly of the beast of that one.
Oh God.
It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it?
He grabbed life by the lungs.
And I introduce to you Chance, the master of dad jokes.
You see a small fox on a snare drum.
Yeah.
So I'll check the radio.
Yeah.
Just to see if there's any communication comes through.
Well, until you get to the fairy forest, there's really nothing. But you didn't expect there wasn't anything on your way down here. But once you get a bit further than that, you begin to pick up some signals. They're very weak and very mixed. It's more like fragments of people using walkie-talkies in the vicinity, or something like that. You do get the feeling that there is some sort of, well, military might be the right word, actions going on in the area.
Ain't there a kick
Okay.
in the head?
Can I discern what kind of ops they're up to?
Yeah, you can give me an intelligence.
Right. I don't have a bonus.
It's a D100.
Oh, sorry.
Oh dear. No.
Okay, so it's drop.
Yeah,
I mean, I can go scout it out.
Precision.
I can go scout it out.
No, if it doesn't involve us, we'll probably just.
It
I'm
does.
good with that too.
It doesn't seem to be very close by. Just picking it up in the outer range bands of your radio, which does have a pretty big range. So
Damn
they're pretty far.
coalition states of fascists.
It might very well be coalition patrols, Felix. You do know that they do operate in this area. If not a lot, then just small scouting parties.
In this area, we're calling it the forest area.
You could call it
The
that.
first person?
It's. I do have name for the area if you want to.
The Sylvan Penitentiary. Pins. Sylvan.
Oh, you are in the edge of Albany at the moment.
Edge of Albany. I mark it out on my column.
Cool. But yeah, nothing seems to be threatening you with the radio, but it does seem to be lighting up slowly, and there's more and more as you continue. Not all of it military. Every now and then you hear some small snippets of music, probably from some small radio in a settlement somewhere.
He keeps hacking and slashing and whacking.
Something along those lines. In my head, post-apocalyptic music is more like, a Creedence Clearwater Revival and stuff like that. But to each their own. To each their own. Anyway, nothing physical happens on your way for now. You do have some rather strange dreams of chains and mirrors. Probably some after effects of Bad Haven. But I would like you all, except for Illustra, to please make me a safe versus Cyrix. And we have an XP redeem.
At last.
Thank you, Atlask.
Hang on.
How much does that redeem?
150, right?
Whoop.
So, you said everyone except for Illustra make a save versus Psy?
Yeah, you're fine.
As a master psionic, I think you need 12. Is that what it was?
10 for a
10.
Master Psionic.
Ah!
Okay, so far we... Bill is the 8th you or Sophia?
Ask Sophia, she rolled.
Oh, yeah, oh, fair enough. Fair
That means it's for Bill.
That's how it normally goes.
April, who is the first roll for, being the one who rolled?
I'll give it to him.
Okay. Then he has an 8. Then you save, Sophia. Let's see. Okay, so we have Demetrius, Remy, and Kier.
Yep.
All suddenly get very sleepy.
Does my ring do anything?
Not while you get sleepy. And the rest of you just see these 3 of your friends just kind of fall down on the floor. And you also hear a thud coming from the bunk beds, where you last saw David humming to himself. So, Sophia, Felix, and Lustra, what do you want to do about this situation?
Who's driving?
First off, I think I'm going
And
to try to
see
wake
your
people
friends.
up.
Hmm?
Don't wake up?
Nope.
All right. Well, it's time for me to see if there's anything nearby that could be causing this.
Give me your tracking roll.
Tracking.
Yep, you notice David sleeping.
There we go, 51.
Oh, this isn't going to get complicated at all.
Bowie is sleeping, sorry.
The inflated
Oh,
crotch
no.
has been deflated.
You apparently you notice that a lot of magic is going around the bunk beds at the moment.
Oh, right. It seems to be centered around the bunk beds.
Yeah.
But David Bowie is the only one there?
No, Illustra's there now as well. She checked up on him.
Okay.
Oh well, he was apparently sitting in one of the bunks, so doesn't seem to be hurt. Just fell over suddenly. What
You,
about you, Sophia? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, you guys stay here with them, and I'm gonna go out and about and see what I can find out.
You got this one.
More or less. Some of them might be a bit bruised from falling down, but nothing big. Sophia, what about you? What do you want to do?
Can I do the group mind block to help?
Use violence.
Can I do the group mind block to help?
Well, you can definitely try. You activate the power,
Yeah.
and you hear a sigh from everybody as they suddenly awake. But before they do that, let's go to the people in the dream state. Let's just wait for Demetrius, because he's
I'm here.
also in the dream state. Oh, cool.
Sorry.
As you fall asleep... Ah. Sudden Demetrius.
It's scary. I know.
She wakes up to it all the time. She should know.
Oh. Fair enough. You must know. Anyway, as you fall asleep, you notice that you are all standing in a strange void filled with stairways moving every which way. in dimension that shouldn't really be possible. But you notice that there's doors in each of them, and you hear music, different music from each of the doors. Rembrandt, you recognize a lot of this music. Like you mentioned before, you know David Bowie songs. They are quite popular in your world. And it's different periods of David Bowie playing.
All right, I try to look around and see if there's anything I can interact with. Am I the only person here, or is there anyone else with me?
The three of you are standing on the same platform, looking at stairways going every which way.
So we're okay. So I see them and they see me. All right, I go out and touch one of them to see if they're tangible. They're physical.
If you allow yourself to be touched, Kia or Demetrius, then yes, most definitely. And I don't think why you shouldn't. You can definitely react to each other. It seems like you're there together.
So I say magic.
What? Sorry? Once more?
So I say to him magic.
Good guess.
I've seen it before.
I shake my head knowingly.
Does any of you guys have anything that can pop us out of this magic?
I'm not sure if anything would work.
Something's cracking?
It's our dog tap dancing on the wood floor, trying to get our attention.
But yeah, you were saying, sorry.
So I was asking if they had any abilities or anything that can pop us out of this magic or shield us. Because I don't know yet if I walk through another dimension or if this is some kind of dreamscape. But both situations happened before, so one or the other.
I could try a tattoo and see what happens, but if this is magic and I try magic, it could actually blow up in our faces. I'm not sure.
Don't you have a flaming sword?
I do. But what am I
Does it
going to
take
do
much
with
to-
it?
No. But does it take much to activate it?
Not really. The regular sword, no.
Because maybe if this is a dreamscape, maybe the flame might, burn you out of it or something. I don't know. Hopefully someone on the other side is doing something to help us. But I guess I could try pinching myself.
Always worth a try.
I start pinching Kerr.
He's very hard to pinch.
Yeah.
I'm going to try my sword and see what happens. I'll touch the tattoo and
You activate your sword. You now have your sword in your hand. It seems like it's working like it should.
okay.
Now in real life, what's going on? Is he just
Nothing?
activated?
We're
his
in a
sword?
mind palace.
well, they are, but yeah.
But whose mind?
Do you mind the mind?
Control to Major Tom.
I look around. Where's David here too?
No, but well, you hear his voice coming from all over the place.
Right. Okay.
Lenny's car to sleeping folks.
Where's Sophia?
Right
Not
here.
here.
Okay.
I'm right here.
No.
Well, not in the dream.
I have a dream one day that we'll all be in a mindscape together.
But did her mind block work?
Sorry?
Did Sophia's mind block work?
It did eventually.
At some point it will, yes. But you don't know that, so. As far as you know, you're stuck in a mind palace. So you do absolutely nothing, just standing around?
I'm gonna try and activate my Eye of Knowledge within a rift.
Yeah?
You know, it's going to take me a minute though. It takes 1d4 minutes of trance. But this should,
What do you want to use it for?
it should tell me about what kind of dimension we're in. It tells you, you know, if it's a safe dimension, if it's hard to penetrate or get in and out of, to create a dimensional portal in. These kind of things I need to know so that I can assess if we can get back out of here or not.
Okay.
Seems
We'll
fair.
stand
You
guard.
could roll me a lore dimension first.
Okay. No,
You
1d.
are quite knowledgeable about this stuff. Oh, never mind.
Can I use my lore magic to try to see if this is a magical effect or an
Oh, yes.
enchantment?
Definitely. It's probably general knowledge.
Okay, so general lore magic rather than recognized enchantment?
Yep.
Alright. Let's see, should plus in 49. 50.
Nothing.
No, that did not work. Sorry. Okay, made it.
Definitely.
That is the correct format in Roll20, right? The roll D100 under less than symbol than the percentage.
I think so. You rolled a 33, so it seemed like
Yeah.
it worked. I just used a dice roller, to be honest.
I'll stop trying to make it under the success.
But you definitely succeed on that one. You're in astral space.
Okay.
This is you're quite sure you're in an astral kingdom of some sort. Very small, not well defined. You would probably guess that this is not a very strong presence, but one who's only beginning to form stuff like that.
Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on. I'm going to activate my personal mind block. Or
Okay.
does the group mind block already cover it all, or?
You have no idea that the group mind block exists,
Okay.
and no, it hasn't yet. You try to use your mind block, and you disappear.
Whee!
Oh, well, that's an interesting happening. Great. He found a way out.
Wow.
Without
Sorry,
telling
that's
you what he just
resistance.
learned, by the way, which is kind of amusing.
He's probably got some resistance to magic or something. Do you have any resistance to magic?
I mean, I do in certain ways. We all Atlanteans do, but this is something that is beyond what we can withstand. This is a complete dimensional relocation.
Well, he knows we're in here, so wherever he went, hopefully he's working on trying to get us out.
Let's
Having this conversation while you're trying to activate your tattoo
Yeah.
thingy, and slowly begins to work. What exactly does it do again?
It tells me basically gives me knowledge of what dimension I am in, whether it's safe or unsafe, whether it has, if it is a permeable dimension or a impenetrable kind of thing. You know, how easy it is to make a dimensional portal in this dimension, and also what types of dimension it is. Like, will magic work in this realm? Will technology work in this realm? Things like that.
Cool. Well, you're in astral space. You're in an astral kingdom, a small one. It should be quite possible traveling back and forth. There's nothing stopping you, no wards or anything like that.
So if
It's
you guys
newly
had shared,
formed.
Okay.
Should be kind of safe. You think it's safe. You don't feel any dangers around you.
okay, how long does you said it takes a couple minutes for that to
Yeah.
turn on? Okay, so I guess I'm waiting a couple minutes to see what happens.
Okay.
So what do I see when I disappear?
You don't know because you're not in the dreamscape.
Okay, right. So I'll wait for us to get back to me.
Demetrius, do you do anything else?
I don't have. Right now, I'm dealing with an unupdated character sheet, so I don't know if I picked the right powers or not to deal with this. There's nothing else I think I can do though at this point, unless I wanted to actually like try and dimensionally rip us out of here.
Barbarian logic, always go left.
It's totally fine. Well, as you both stare into nothingness, really, and do nothing but whistle, at a few, minutes later, you are both snapped out of it and awake.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh, hey Julian, have we recovered all of our PPE and ISP?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Everybody awakes. Kia awakes a couple of seconds earlier before Sophia puts her mind block in. But otherwise, the rest of you awake.
Okay. That was very weird. Apparently, we were dimensionally or subconsciously drifted to the astral plane.
Kurt, what did you do? How did you get out of there like that?
I just blocked off my mind. We were in astral space, which is psychic. It was, and I start describing what I saw. Everyone else was in there, and then everyone else wakes up. No, Julian, everyone else wakes up.
Man, we missed
Okay,
Party.
yeah.
From the outside perspective, it's been a few seconds. Everything.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Unless we missed the
In
part.
my first aid kit. Good night.
Hmm?
Go ahead, Sophia.
Oh, I was just saying, I was just kidding with the love trick. So we missed the party again.
Right.
In my first aid kit, do I have smelling sauce?
You probably do, yes.
So, all right. So, I give Kerr a little package, and I give Sophia a little package of smelling sauce. I said, if we get knocked out again like that, snap these and wave it under our nose and see if that will bring us out.
And also we got exorcism.
They're a really harsh smell, and your body reacts to it. It recognizes it.
Usually after being.
What? You mean you don't go around
That's
handing
why-
out
that's
kingdoms to somebody for kissing sleeping women?
That's no way to set up. That's no way to set up a government.
I get back in the seat and back driving.
You drive on. anything else
Is
happen.
Chance still with us? I'm not leaving Chance behind.
Oh, I think he is, isn't he?
Felix.
I mean, I had gone
Felix.
outside to see if I could figure if there was anything
Right.
causing it.
Yeah, I don't want to take off and.
Oh no, I figured as much. Well, Felix, you knew where it was causing it because you smelled it. So
Yeah, but maybe
walking
something
away from
triggered
was a
it.
bit odd.
You know.
Yes, you know who triggered it. Bowie.
Okay.
There was no doubt about it. The magic came from him.
All right.
From David.
Yes,
So David put us to sleep like that.
apparently.
It's not Bowie, it's the Goblin King.
He moved the stars for.
No, he woke up at about the same time as everyone else. Sophia, I gather you didn't leave him out of your mind block.
He's asking a question.
I'm sorry.
I believe you put David in your mind block as well, right? Yes, then he woke up as well.
He moves the stars for no one.
So apparently he seems a bit weirded out about the experience, but doesn't really remember anything other than listening to his old music. But you drive on, and as you near Rooster, well, what everyone tells Kier and Remy is Rooster because you weren't there at the time. The radio signals keep picking up. You hear several stations. Some of them is probably far out from New Laszlo, and a few of them seems to be from Rooster itself. Some guy who calls himself Wally the Warlock, who apparently plays tunes from old movies. At this moment, he's playing something called Under the Sea.
Do I recognize it?
Yes, you do. You do most definitely recognize the Disney songs he's playing.
I'll jump in on some bars here and there.
And as
You don't talk about Bruno. No,
I'm not even going to
no.
pretend to do the Jamaican accent because it was bad enough in the movie.
I try to get Illustria on it because she's a better singer than I am.
Definitely.
I teach her the Disney lyrics. It's gold. This is Harmony Gold right here.
You know, if it were Harmony Gold, it would be Robotech. Yes, I am that old.
Oh my god. Good job.
Well, everybody seems to be very cheerful about the music playing, and as the song finishes, you hear Wally the Warlock proclaim that he is the DJ of Rooster, and that all peace-loving people are welcome at this new settlement. We have fun, we have music, we have food.
Let's go there. I like music and food. I need more beef jerky in case we run into more cows.
Well, you do know
You
this
guys-
place, you've been here, so...
You guys do genetic modifications.
Beef jerky time?
I throw that out there to the warlock.
He's on the radio, well, he's broadcasting on the radio, it's not two-way at the moment. But you do get to the settlement of Rooster, and you do see a lot of people walking around doing repairs and farming. A lot of people notice Lenny. Just for a second, they get a bit edgy, but when they actually recognize Lenny, they kind of just become very cheerful, and then some of the people is pulling other people out and showing what's happening. And you notice Bryce, your old friend with the bionic arm, approaching you with a great smile on his face.
Hey, my friend.
Who is Bryce?
I have a picture ready so everybody can see who Bryce is, even the one.
Never met Bryce.
Hey, Brace, my buddy, give me 5. Non-metallic, please.
The arena.
and save their village from being taken over by brains.
Slap me some skin, homie. Oh, wait.
Soon.
It's the man with the bionic arm on the top left.
How's things going? Looks like you guys are doing good here.
Yeah, everything seems to be going pretty good. Well, most everything, you know how it is. After you left, a lot of people from New Laszlo came around and kind of helped us out. Apparently you sent some report or something like that?
Yeah. We every now and then checked in when we were close enough, let them know what was happening.
Cool, thanks.
We're heading back there right now, actually.
Oh, great. We are now an outpost of New Laszlo, apparently.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice. It's a good place to be. Indeed.
For example, DJ, he came from New Laszlo. Wally's a great guy.
Yeah, we were listening to
noticed the
him,
blue-
as we were floating in.
You noticed the blue guy looking out and waving.
Do you guys have a place for repairs, arms and armaments? Do you have any shops?
Oh, sure. Well, Mick has a shop, but you said you were going to Laszlo yourself?
Yeah, we're on our way there right now.
There's better facilities there. I mean, you're
Yeah.
very welcome to do it here. No problem. Your friends helped us a couple of
No,
months
I
ago.
just had some trading goods that I was gonna get rid of, but I'll wait till we get to Laszlo, I guess. We're gonna head to Laszlo. Let's go.
You'd probably get a better deal, to be honest. We do have a trader, but yeah, you should wait till Laszlo if you're going there anyway. I mean, but of course, Felix and Illustra and Demetrius and Sophia. Yeah, right. Yeah, I seem to remember. And your friends, of course. Hello. You're quite welcome to stay. Rest up if you need it.
Yeah, we'll
if
stay the
there's any
night.
repairs that-
Keep a roof over our heads for a change. That'll be nice.
That would be nice.
I mean, most of these guys sleep inside the car anyways, but
You've been sleeping in this car this whole time?
Yeah.
Woo!
Need to air it
Tell
out,
you.
put the windows down.
That ferret ain't been this stunk.
We have some beds for you. Come on, man. Get some grub.
Okay.
And a shower. We have a shower. Come, get some food. Get some peace. Sleep up.
I've still got this wallet from the coalition soldier named Lewis. I'll trade that in for some more beef jerky.
Sure, you can probably procure some beef jerky without trading up. But yeah, one of them takes the wallet and goes, yeah, sure. Now I have a coalition wallet.
Yeah, let's go find some music. Let's go dance.
Oh Lord.
Get everybody dancing.
Well, there is plenty of music playing, if nothing else, from Wally the Warlock's radio station.
Maybe he'll start playing the album from Tron. That'd be a good dance music.
That's some technical thing.
And you all clean up and rest up.
Oh yeah,
It's a nice change.
I guess I should clean the mud off my butt flap. All right, I'm ready for a party.
Totem Warrior shower.
Takes it off, goes whoosh, cloud of dust rises, ties it back on. Okay, we're ready.
Pachi Gaming, we got a new subscriber.
Oh, cool. Welcome.
Hmm?
But anyway, as you are having fun and partying and resting and whatever you choose to do in this night, you do get the impression that there is a small cloud in all of this joy. The ones who've been here before notice that there's no sign of Chrissy, the chieftain.
Ask about that. Where's the chieftain at?
Do you ask Bryce or do you just
Yes,
ask
Bryce.
someone random?
Rice.
Bryce. He kind of pulls you a bit away. It's kind of a sad story, really. It's about a week after you left. I don't know. I think it was too much for her. She left a note that she was going looking for her daughter, but didn't she die?
No, she
No.
escaped. Yeah.
Yeah, the daughter escaped via rift, and at the end of it, because I remember at the end of it, I was sitting in the house with her, and we just shared a bottle of whiskey because she was despondent.
Yes, you did, indeed. Oh, I guess that's not a. That is maybe even worse that she's gone after her. I mean,
Do you know which way she headed? What did she mention it?
no, she was just gone one morning.
That's sad. Please let us know if you can. We'll be in Laszlo. Here's the radio channel for Lenny. Let us know if you hear any word of her.
You too, definitely. You're probably more likely to get into word from her, really. You travel around, we stay here, but we will definitely tell you.
Excellent.
But yeah, other than that, nothing bad happens. You wake up rested and cleaner than you've been for months. And get into the last neck of your travels. As you approach Buffalo, you notice that everything seems to be going well there as well. A few boats sail up to you with
Moo!
a mix of both minotaurs and people. Apparently some of the minotaurs that Illustra charmed stuck around and are doing guard duty and mooing their greetings at you. It's the Princess of Song. Moo, moo. They want their give them autograph their horns and stuff like that.
Autograph their horns.
Hey, she's a celebrity. But it seems like there's kind of the same thing that happened in Rooster, that Buffalo has been helped along by Laszlo to grow a bit and have some sort of civilization. It doesn't seem to be strong. I mean, any sort of army presence would crush it, but hey, it's life. And mainly there because of you, to be honest. But finally, after long travels, you see in the distance the tower of the Council of Learning rising above the city of Laszlo. You feel the presence of great energy. Well, some of you do. Most of you have some sort of ability that does that. The rest of you are just marvel with the amount of wingboards and flying creatures.
You smell that? I smell magic.
Smells like pixie sticks.
Hello, magic.
Magic.
And a lot of ley lines. Kind of like surfboards in the sky. It looks kind of cool.
We all know that magic smells like pixie sticks.
Yes.
And unicorn farts.
And unicorn
And
parts.
burnt sugar, according to
Is that
Warhammer.
canon? Because I'll put that down in my notes.
It is now.
Because I was saying, do I smell cinnamon sticks, or what were you saying, pixie dust?
You do smell a multitude of different smells, because there is a lot of weird stuff going on in the area, both with alien plants and stuff.
No, I have a supernatural ability that actually allows me to smell magic and psychic abilities and powers and ley lines and
And what does it smell like? you
pixie
saying?
sticks.
All right.
Smells like pixie sticks.
Pixie stick.
Well, I recognize the smell. It's fair for me to call it magic.
From now on, pixie sticks will always alert you to the presence of sorcery.
Excellent. That's what I already know.
Is it sorcery or just sugar highs?
Is there a
Same thing,
difference?
man. Same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, pixie sticks come from the Pixie
Size?
region of France.
Otherwise, it's just colored sugar.
there's a good amount of jolliness in Lenny. I can hear from everything as you approach the city gates of Laszlo and enter the city. Dr. Fall,
Yeah.
maybe?
This is awesome.
Dr.
So,
Forsyth. Oh, sorry.
I said this is awesome.
Yeah.
Um, we got all this stuff. I got some stuff I want to trade in and get some credits. Maybe just some sightseeing.
Dr. Forsyth says that, well, there's a great market for that. I'll show you on a map where you can go with some of it. It's probably best to sell it separately. Guns one place, electronics other places, stuff like that.
Okay.
But I'll definitely help you along with that.
Yeah, we'll show you around.
What about museums? Because I picked up some really ancient, well-preserved artifacts. The book, what was it, Alice in Wonderland, I think I got, and the Raggedy Ann doll.
Oh, we definitely have museums. I'm sure you could find a buyer for stuff like that. It shouldn't be a problem at all.
Do you guys do any genetic modifications here?
Well, that's actually kind of funny you should mention it, because it seems like a lot of the research that we've gathered has something to do with that. I'll gather it up and share it with my colleagues at the Council of Learning. You at least are owed the reward that you were promised, but I'm sure that this material will pay you more. But for now, join me at the council for your initial reward. Stick around for a couple of days while we find what we've actually got, and we'll see what else we can do for you. How does that sound?
Good.
Good to us, yeah. Be nice to see a bunch of our old friends and contacts here.
The conquering heroes returned. Vini, Vedi, Vici.
I thought you were going to go Lenny something.
Oh, dang! I should have done that. Aha!
I think
Lenny
BT.
We lineed. We saw. We conquered.
Now, is Lenny ours or is Lenny's Forsyth's?
He is actually yours. Well, technically
So
he's the original groups, but he is the groups because he was given to you as part of the payment for doing it.
Yeah.
But it was also
I
for
want-
the purposes of this journey, though.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it was,
I
we'll
wanna
give
hope
you
that-
transportation here.
Is there a way to fix him better than what I gumball stick together?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so that'll probably be the first thing, get Lenny back up to 100%.
That is most certainly possible. If no other place than the place that you bought him, Cindy seemed like a really good mechanic with a lot of resources and spare parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but first you follow Dr. Forsyth to get your reward, I guess. So you have some money to actually go shopping and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
that'll be
good.
great. Let's get some money.
You are all paid 50,000 credits.
Dang.
Even Kier and Remy, who Dr. Forsyth assures the council has done more than enough to help with the mission.
50,000 each or group?
Yes, each.
Ooh, yay.
I'll keep like 2,000 of it just for buying food and things, but I have no use for money, so the other 48's gonna go to some like people that have been freed from slavers or orphanage or something. Just give it away.
Oh, well, I'm sure you can find some that will help you with that in Laszlo. But before we get to your...
I take donations.
Yes, that too.
I'm just throwing it out there.
But
Why need many
Yo, I
loincloths
take
when
out
one
my hat,
loincloth
I got my
works?
hat, I take my hat. I go, hey,
I'm your charity case, man.
do I get a cup?
But before we get into the shopping spree, and while you wait for Dr. Forsyth, let's have a short break. And we'll get back to you. Changed the Roll20 pictures to the merchants that our heroes, well, some of the merchants that our heroes visited the last time they were here.
Great, he does not alter them further.
And they are, of course, open to your shopping. Where do the group want to go first? Yes, you want to go to. You want to go to the Arcanium and visit Simon, Lizard.
I guess I'll tag along if that's all right. And where is this? Where are we going?
It is in Laszlo, in the business district. There's a magic shop that's run by a lizard mage, apparently. You can see the picture of the dragon guy, the purple, red guy in roll 20.
That sounds great. Before we split up, though, shouldn't we think of a place where we can meet in case we all get separated?
Atlas says he can't hear you,
Place to
Nat.
meet up at.
How about we just stick together?
Oh, okay.
You can if you want.
So, do we have Lenny getting fixed?
Yeah, you could start with just going to Cindy and parking Lenny. As you get to the Deals on Wheels, great big motor park of different weird vehicles, both hovering and driving, you once again notice Cindy hard at work at fixing something up, listening to her music about breaking free. She noticed you a bit earlier this time and goes, "Hey, you guys! I ain't seen you for a while. What did you do to Lenny?"
We didn't do anything. Lenny got hit by a
A
rhinoceros.
rhinoceropocalypsosaurus thing.
She runs towards Lenny and begins caressing the poor car. There now. Are you okay? I'm fine. They did their business. They're okay. Like you said, they're okay.
And to save
I got
him,
some skills
this
in
guy
performance.
really had some balls on the inside of that rhinoceropocalypse.
That's right. Yeah, we did our best.
He really dove into it.
I hope you're here to get him fixed up.
How much is that going to cost us?
Oh, let me have a look. Just a minute. She inspects Lenny and comes back. Okay. It'll cost you 25,000 credits if you just want him to work. If you want him to shine, and I would definitely recommend that, it'll cost you 35,000.
Oh, sure, I'll take care of Lenny. He's sentient. Here's 35.
Oh, cool.
As far as I'm concerned, he's sentient and a whole creature.
I'll get right on it. Lenny, come up back. You know the way.
Also, we had installed, what was it, that riot gun?
Railgun.
That railgun. Yeah, can you make sure that works
Oh,
operationally?
yes, sure, no problem.
That's
That's.
because that was just a quick fix before. We want to make sure that's a permanent install.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. It shouldn't be a problem. Lenny already has a turret for it, so no worries. I'll take care of that too.
Awesome.
Give me a couple of days, I think.
We'll be around.
Good. Well, you come back now. You here?
Oh, we'll come back. Oh, by the way, do you have like a giant cart we could carry this stuff around in? Since Lenny's gonna be here.
Well, I do have some hover trolleys.
There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Can we
borrow some hover trolleys for all
Yeah.
your loot?
Yeah, for all the loot that we're carrying. Just all kinds of haphazard crap hanging out of this thing. 6.5 foot long Katani rail guns and fairy food piled up in one corner and dead bodies of elves.
This robot skull on top leering at everybody.
Who would I trade in those goods for my credit?
Like Dr. Forsyth said, it depends on what kind of goods. It's usually good to sell the weapons in weapon stores and stuff like that because they know what it's all
I
about.
think you said it was a bunch of clothes and stuff. It was just.
Or the antiques would probably be the museums, as you said, and there are quite a lot of museums as well.
Okay, I want to talk to Frankie, the Ricochet.
Didn't you all want to go to Simon first?
Yeah, let's go to Simon the Wizard first.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I just want to pay off my debt.
Simon, yeah. Yeah.
You
Let's
roll
take
your
care of that.
trolleys towards the magic shop,
Yes.
the Arcaneum. You get quite a lot of long stares on the way, mostly because you don't just roll around random stuff like that, not because how you look. A few of them asks, so, new in town, but nothing.
Nothing to see here. Just a couple of people who went into Madhaven and came back out alive.
And only slightly less sane.
Yeah, well,
It wasn't
There
as
and back
spooky as
again.
everybody said it was.
Well, some people are actually writing this down. A small dwarf-looking fellow seems like he's actually doing an article or some sort.
Tell him about the onion people, Bob. Tell him about Onion Bob.
He happily writes whatever stories you tell him down, and asks you after you're done telling him stories on your way if he can publish it in the Laszlo Gazette.
I got pictures too that can correspond with some of your
That would be
stories.
great.
I whispered, hey, we want to get something for that.
And don't forget to make certain that the catchphrase for the whole thing is "moo."
Ooh.
Alessio is our real and deal person.
He writes all of this down. I'm sorry I can't pay you a lot of money. Our Gazette doesn't make a lot of money, but
No, just credit. Just his name.
of course,
Just name
of course,
credit. It's
definitely.
fine. We want to get our name out there. We're heroes, you know. We did hero things, and we're back for celebration. You want to come kiss the ring? That's fine.
He is very happy about taking pictures and names and all the details you want to give him, even the ones that might be exaggerated. He doesn't seem to mind. And Moo does seem to be down on his notebook quite a lot of times.
I'll give him my first name, but not my last.
He seems to be accepting this as just kind of this artist name, you know, like Cher or something like that. That's just your name.
Showing the pictures of what is it? The spring killers, the springlings.
The Brickleapers.
Yeah.
Those xenomorph-looking fellows. But as you reach the Arcaneum, he has finished with interviewing you, and you get inside this strange-looking twisted shop of shelves with weird items like skulls and bottles and books and staffs, feathers and statues. A few lizard men is running around making sure everybody is in its place. A few very well-dressed customers are looking at some of the items. And as you enter, a lizard-like person called Simon, that some of you know this, a red and purple, very well-dressed gentleman, looks around and goes, if it isn't Lady Illustra, welcome back.
Well, it's good to be back. I'm filthy and dirty and ready to pay off this debt as promised. And
That is good.
and I hope this will be enough. And she, kind of pulls out the little handful that she's got of those fairy provisions that she procured.
Really quite what I was looking for. Yes, indeed. Very good work, young madam.
And I hope.
I
hope this builds some goodwill in case we can do anything in the future as well.
Oh, most definitely. I'm always interested in magical items.
Can you identify this then?
Excuse me, sir.
Can you identify this
Might
magic
be
item?
able to, certainly, sir. Let me have a look. Takes it, studies it for a bit. Tricky little fellow, aren't you? Just a minute. He puts it on some old brass weights, does all sorts of weird alchemical stuff around it. Not to it, but around it.
It's bad if he calls it as precious, right?
Not exactly, but close. Sorry. There's a redemption.
Redemption.
Well, while you're getting this appraised, here, you notice
Yes.
that on a shelf is a very strange-looking statue. It's pig-shaped.
Big shaped statue.
It has a very strange hole on top. You're not quite certain what purpose it has and what it is doing in a magic shop.
Can I pick it up and look at it?
Oh, yes, you take it up, and as you lift it, you kind of feel it squirm a bit.
Ah! And I dropped it.
It surprisingly does not shatter as it lands on the floor and goes, "What the hell? Put me back! What are you doing? It's cold down here."
Hello? And I lean down and I just kind of get my face down close to it. It's like, hello?
Hello? Could you put me back?
Sure. I pick it up and I just kind of hold it up in front of my face. And, I'm Kier. Who are you?
I'm Chris.
Chris?
Crispy bacon.
Well, it's really nice to meet you, Chris. What are you doing here?
I think I'm being sold.
Oh,
Someday,
God.
maybe.
Why are you being sold?
I don't know. Ask him.
I mean, they were selling sentient cars. Why wouldn't they be selling sentient pigs too?
Piggy
I
banks.
I turn
The dog is still
to
with you, by the way.
I turn to the shopkeeper. It's like, why is he being sold?
Well, he's magical.
But he thinks.
Oh yes, a lot of magical things think.
But that's not right.
Well, you see, there are some magical items that cannot be done without thinking. Rune weapons, for example, are sentient. Quite sentient and quite valuable.
So I hold up Chris and do you want me to buy you?
Are you gonna eat me?
No. You really
No.
wouldn't fill me.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. How much for the piggy?
Oh, here's 500 credits, sir.
Is there anyone else in the store with me?
We're all there.
The
Yeah.
rest of the party.
Yeah.
I look at the rest of the groups. Is that a lot of money?
Well, we did just get given like 300,000 all told, so
I'm telling you,
It's cool.
for a magical item, that's really not a whole lot. Sounds like a good deal to me, but what does it do? I look at the shop owner. What does he do?
Yeah.
what does it have to do?
That was a
It's sentient.
This is pretty much it. Yes.
It's not a
It's a
piggy bank.
living
Why is
sentient
it not
creature. It's
smart?
being
You can use him
enslaved.
as a piggy bank, certainly. I don't think he minds.
What's up?
How do you get it back out once you put it in?
Well, ask Crisp.
He spits
Chris,
it out.
do you store money and things inside you?
I can, yeah.
How do we get them back out?
I spit them out.
You spit them out?
I spit them out.
Okay.
Are
You
they
don't swallow
Which-
it?
covered in
This is-
saliva?
This is yeah, this is
I was gonna
David.
say,
Better
which
that
one?
end than the other.
Better out than in, I always say.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay, and I'll give the shopkeeper 500 credits.
You are now the proud owner of Crispy Bacon, or his full name Christopher Pierre Bacon, which is an item redeemed from Call Me Nee. Thank you very much.
Okay, and then I'll also ask the shopkeeper. Do you have any magic spells?
Plenty, sir, plenty, but would you give me a minute? This is really quite intriguing. He's looking at the ring.
Sure.
Curious. Sir, might I ask where you procured this wonderful item?
Wonderful. I got it from off of a pixie named Nix.
That explains it. Fey magic. It is powerful stuff. Now a conundrum occurs. I job, but I am not certain you would want me to. You see, the enchantment of this ring is such that if you know of it, it might not work. Might. But I can tell you of its purpose, if you want.
And if you tell me its purpose, then it won't work. That
Not exactly. It will make more sense if I tell you its purpose, but it will be harder to use, certainly.
all right. So don't tell me its purpose. I'll just take it back.
Very well, I understand.
I'm looking for a way to. Do you have any method for me to obtain an ability to shoot electricity out of my hands? Especially when I'm phased.
Yes.
Especially when I'm phased. And I show him what phased mean, and I.
Oh, I do know about that. Temporal magic can do something similar. That is the problem, really, to be phased by doing it. Not as so much to not do it, but you see, the lightning would be in the same state at you as you shoot them. But it is a conundrum.
Maybe a word command or a thought command could trigger the response I'm looking for.
I could definitely show you something that shoots lightning that doesn't work in phase, but the phase part might be something that I have to work on quite a lot.
Well, what if it? Do you have a ring that lets you shoot electricity or an object that I can hold on when I phase? But
I have
can't be
many
electronic.
objects that let you shoot lightning. I'm just not sure it'll work while you're facing, so to speak.
well, that's the puzzle. We can talk about it later. I would like for you to work on it. You know,
I will definitely look into it. This is something interesting to me. A challenge, I'd say. It will not be inexpensive, though.
I understand.
Good. He writes down some notes. Klar, nicht. Two listmen comes out. Get these things for me, now.
I walk over to the counter where all the Atlantean things were before. Are they still there?
Some of them, not all of them.
Okay. I ask him specifically, I'm looking for. It is a glowing ball that feels warm, but will act as a campfire
Yes.
if I am in need of warmth and in heat in a cold environment. I can use this, and I also am looking for the shelter of the shelter crystal that we Atlanteans like to use in the field. Do you have those here?
Not the second item. The first should be fairly simple to enchant. I don't have it in stock, but I can definitely get it made.
Well, I could also go back to my home world and buy it, and probably. I think I'll hold on then, and I'll look around. But thank you.
How about a ring that detects evil?
Well, rings I certainly have. The problem with such spells is just that they detect supernatural evil. Human heart is not something that gives out emanations.
But you have something that can do supernatural evils?
Oh yes, that is again quite simple.
How much would that cost? For something.
Well, a permanent item.
Actually, before I even say that, I get freaking Nate, I get freaking Illustria, and I drag her into this conversation. And I say, repeat that question for me, Illustria. And I want her to roll. Use her skill rolls to navigate our negotiation here.
Okay, that's true. What
Oh,
do you
well,
do?
you know, and this is a friend of mine, and I know you're going to treat him fairly on these pricings.
Of course.
So, you know, make sure, like I said, we're willing to go out and do stuff to help make things a little bit more tangible for us. So,
Certainly. I admit I was not gonna make it cost more than usual. Again, it is a fairly common enchantment.
Yeah, but
For a
we're
permanent.
also not usual.
Sorry.
We've got a good relationship, you and I.
This is really not that expensive. We're not talking a moon weapon or anything. But would you like it to be permanent or activated?
Permanent.
Permanent. That does cost a bit more, but it will be, I think, about 10,000 credits.
Okay. I give him 10,000. Thank you, Lustria.
I will get on it as fast as I can. It will take a day, I think.
Today. Okay.
Also, do you have directions to? Cause I can tell you're a person of exquisite taste, and let's be honest. I've been on the road for a while. I want someplace really nice to relax, where I can go and be treated like a princess.
I do know of such places. There is a spa called Heaven's Delights. Very exclusive, but I think you might be the proper customer.
Oh, great! Thank you very much.
Is there a place?
He
Is there-
goes up through his drawers and finds a card with golden writing on it. Gives it to you.
Spa Delight. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Is there a place to go for genetic modification?
Well, not as sharp. We do have cybernetics, I think, but that doesn't seem like what you've been looking for.
No.
It's not exactly something that is so.
Is it something that you guys have a research company, research and
Well, I
development?
believe that the Council of Learning is probably looking into it, but other than that, I don't think there's a lot of it. It seems more scientific than magical. To be honest, the magical takes precedence in this.
So basically, you're saying that there's a wide opportunity for a company like this to come into an environment and make some pretty big impacts.
If you could offer genetic modifications of different sorts, then yes, probably, I would think so. Again, I would not be one of the interested parties. My regeneration would make such things impossible, you see.
What about an investor in such a deal?
No, I am probably not the right person. Again, not magical enough for me. You should probably go to Better You. I think the proprietor might be interested. He is a cyberduck.
So let me get this straight. If I had a ring that shoots lightning, if I'm intangible, it would still shoot lightning if it was word commanded, right?
Yes, the lightning would just also be intangible.
It would be phased. Yeah. Just like if you have a gun and you're phased, you can't shoot the gun,
Right.
or you have a grenade, you can't throw the grenade. I played a
Yeah,
character.
I get it. It's wonky
Yeah.
sometimes. All right.
Everything's got a negative, you know.
Yep.
That's what I
He
said.
agrees. Well, yeah. Well, does anyone else do anything at Simon's Arcaneum?
Yeah, I'm asking him what spells he has.
Oh, a lot of different kinds. Which levels are you looking for? How much are you willing to spend?
Just some basic magic to start with. I can do some spells already, but I want to learn more.
He shows you to what he calls the beginner section, which has all level spells in the main book from level 1 to 3, at the price stated in the main book.
Okay.
If you want to just shop for that.
Yeah, I'll shop for that.
No problem. Those are readily available.
Okay.
If you want anything above that level, you'll probably have to ask specifically because they might not be told.
Right.
Cool. Anyone else? Or do you want to proceed to the next shop? You are muted, Bill. No, it wasn't.
We can now.
Oh, that's weird.
I think you were trying to say something.
Shop.
Next shop. Where do you want to go?
I think
Ricochet?
Illustra is going to tell everybody that she'll meet back up with them. She doesn't have interest in guns and weapons and armors and stuff, so she just wants to go and relax.
So she goes to
And
the
a
spa.
little red fox is going with her.
So the two of you are going to a spa. Fair enough. Fair enough. While the rest of you are going to Ricochet.
You want something here, so they know.
Huh? No.
Yep, fair enough. Well, you get into the great big supermarket of guns, and some knives, and power armors, and all sorts of things that go boom. All behind safe glass, of course, so that you just can't take it and shoot people. And behind a very secure piece of armored glass is Frankie, the guy with the bionic eye on the pictures.
So I go over to Frankie.
Hello.
And, is he by himself?
It looks like it. There are some drones moving around here, and they're mainly cleaning the place.
So I go over to Frankie and I kneel into him and I say, I have a location for an underground launch facility armed with a swimming pool. What would that information be worth? What would I want to talk to?
That would depend on the location. Which territory is it in?
It's out by Forest. If I tell you this.
Say between here and New York.
Does anybody own the territory is what I am asking.
I understand. There is no one claiming the territory that I'm aware of. But it's a secret location anyway. It's an underground bunker. Even if they own the territory, they wouldn't know it existed.
That is not what the problem is. The problem is that it is harder to get to if people want to stop you. So, less money.
Yeah, it's not, there's no roadblock or anyone claiming territory.
And if that is it would be valuable. The exact location would be, I would say 50,000 credits.
Don't go for that.
What was that?
I wouldn't go for
50,000.
that.
50 what?
50,000 credits.
50,000 credits?
Indeed, yes.
And who would I want to talk to get rid of that, to sell that information?
I would be a very good answer to that question, yes.
Alright. So, alright. So, I have that information, I want to sell it to you. I also have some, business I want to deal with as well. I also have, information on, have you ever seen a suit like this? And then I go in and I use the camouflage and I show him his operation.
That looks like Narunite, yes?
I guess, do you have anything like that or see anything like that before?
Oh yes, we have plenty on shelf.
Okay, excellent. Do I need this updated and repaired?
I can do that, certainly.
And I want my trench coat updated and repaired.
How much mega damage does the armor need?
For the suit or for the trench?
Let's start with the suit.
The suit was 80 MDC. It got reduced to 60, but then you said I repaired 20, so I'm at 40 MDC.
Okay. And it's half. That means it's still within the cheaper parts.
It's NE-C20.
That's that's pretty easy actually. That's 4,000 credits.
4,000. Okay, so I give him 4,000, and then I what about my trench?
How much MDC does it need?
Honestly, I forgot. I thought that was like 100.
For the coat?
Yeah. I don't remember, honestly.
That sounds very wrong.
Is this the brand?
Clothing does not
Well, what
give
is
that
it?
kind of NDC.
Is this the Branahan?
It was just a long trench coat.
Okay, because I think the Branahan is like an additional 25, 28 MDC.
Okay. What does he have? If that's what he has.
He has some of those. Those cost.
Okay, so
Just a minute, I actually have that in my black market book. Because that's probably cheaper than getting it repaired. I seem to remember it being very damaged.
yeah, it was destroyed.
Oh yeah, then you should probably just buy them. Once you get past the half armor, it gets very expensive.
Yeah, it was shredded. I was carrying on the pieces just for like salvaging.
There we go. 116.
In the background, you see my character just digging through hover carts, just throwing things over his shoulder, digging around, trying to move. You see these 6 feet, like, they're all moving back and forth. I'm trying to dig them out of the pile. All the Kitani, what were they called? Boomsticks.
Rail guns. It's 12,000 for a new coat.
Okay. All right. And now, how much MDC is that?
That is, I think it's 28, but let's check it. Yes, 28.
Okay. Fair enough. So I tell him, this is what I want. I also want a shield, like a riot shield. That's something that absorbs kinetic energy. Do you have anything like that?
Nothing that'll work
has to-
against anything
It does.
big.
If it's, I show him the shell shape, and I show him how fragmented cell functions can absorb certain amounts of impact damage, and in a shield formation. Does he understand what I'm saying?
He does, well, some of it anyway, but he gets to. I've never really done shields. I don't have anything like that. I have power armors with shields, but that's kind of it.
I saw someone turn on a shield just by hitting a button. It had like a force field shield.
It might have been
on
techno
the ground.
wizardry.
Oh, it could have been. So you don't have anything like that? Oh, well, techno doesn't work. I couldn't work it anyway. All right. So, all right, then let's make a finalized ideal. But there's only one thing. I have conditions for the launch facility.
Duh.
So I'm selling you this information, and then I need you to be aware of something. 2 things. One condition is there are people who died at their station, at this location. They were soldiers. They should be recognized. So if you're going to do anything with this facility, please make sure that you give those men their honor with a plaque, some kind of monument on a location or facility, just to make sure that they were remembered.
I can do that, yes.
The other thing is it does have some leakage, so that would need to be cleaned up. But I'm assuming that would be handled anyway.
It's no big problem.
Those are the conditions. Then I sell him the information. I wipe it clean from my database, so he has the only information on the location, the pictures, everything I collected on the file, everything I collected on it, and then I buy the coat and and what else was it?
The armor you wanted to repair too?
Yeah, the armor repair, right?
I think that was it for buying, because he didn't have a shield. Oh.
So that's 16K minus 50K, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I can walk out. I don't have to come back tomorrow. I can get the leather coat and.
He has to have a couple of hours to repair the armor.
Couple hours.
But nothing big. He can do that pretty fast.
Who would I give information to? Sell this information to on the technology that opens rifts.
Council of Learning, I would say, sir.
Council of Learning. They're already gonna have this information. I need other people having this information so other people can try where they might fail.
Then I do not know, sir. It is not my thing anymore.
Okay, fair enough.
Demetrius, you were pouring out railguns?
Yeah, I'm pulling out the 6 Katani railguns that I had collected.
Yep. Well, let me have a look. I expect you want to sell this, yes?
Yes.
Then, it seems to be good workmanship. Not too damaged, a bit of water wear. I will give you, let's say, 2,000 apiece.
2,000 apiece.
Yes.
Okay. That's fair enough. I'll take 2,000 apiece. So 2,000 is 12,000. Okay. Sell those to him, and then I don't think we collected anything else technological that he could use. I think I have a couple of vibra knives, but I'm going to keep those for myself. So, not really. The more NBC you give yourself that way, the less effective your magic is.
But yeah, anything else in Frankie's place while we're at it? Or do we want to move on?
Can't think of anything at this point.
Excellent.
Oh, what about? Oh, actually, yeah. I want concussion grenades and incendiary grenades.
Oh, I don't remember which book they're in, so let's look that up at another time. They shouldn't be too expensive. You definitely can afford that. I think it's a couple of hundred for each of them, but I'll have to look that up.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be important because next time I go to phase into a creature, it's gonna be a grenade.
Then you should probably get fusion blocks.
Oh, what?
Fusion blocks. Bombs, basically. C4 bombs. Just mega damage.
Boom.
Yeah, the C4 that I've been using, I'm gonna just leave it as SDC. I was gonna try to trade it or find more mega damage value, but I think it might be useful as an SCV item.
It is useful for STC structures because if you use MTC explosives on STC structures, they just are destroyed. So
Yeah. So yeah, I want to pick up a couple cases of grenades, concussion, or incendiary, something that lasts.
we'll look those up when I find them.
Okay.
And again, it shouldn't be a big cut in your budget, so it shouldn't be a problem for you. And you do have much more items to sell anyway. So, where do you want to move on to? Let's move to this.
I'd like to go to the Techno Wizard shop. To be honest, that's where I'm headed. I love Techno Wizard stuff. My character does. So,
So you're going to G-Wiz?
Gee whiz, yeah, that sounds like him.
Well,
Whiz G.
You enter what can best be described as an Apple store in a Harry Potter universe. A lot of very strange gadgets that people who are knowledgeable about electronics have no idea what does, but people with magic lore sees the connection between the crystals and see, aha, that's what it is. A guy with a great big red beard and a pipe looks over at you, and so does his ferret on his shoulder. Small ferret, not like Slick.
Howdy.
What can I do for you guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Just returning back, and we got some goods over here, and was interested in what you have. What do you specialize here in?
Techno-wizardry and robots.
And what?
Robots.
Robots.
Like my little fella here.
Oh, like
Scratches the ferret around.
nice.
I want one.
Do you have anything a little more menacing?
Well, got wolves.
That sounds interesting. Tell me about your wolf.
Well, state of the art. They have great sensor systems. Will follow you around and follow your orders, and they will take a tank shot. Well, maybe a small tank shot. Only 1.2 million.
I'll keep that in mind for later. Now, shit. My lady friends here are interested in more of a smaller version of a dragon. Do you make one of those?
Custom job, eh? Yeah. It'll cost a lot of money, though. At least 2, maybe 3 million.
Yikes. That is not the price you want to tell us.
I've seen that movie. Jedi mind tricks don't work.
What do you think you are, a Jedi or something?
Yeah.
Celestia.
It grows wings all of a sudden. She's at a spa.
She's at the spa.
enjoying life with her
My name's
friend.
Scruffy. I'm on break.
All
Second.
joking aside, because I don't have that kind of coin, I'm looking for something that would make my pistol a little more accurate when I'm trying to pull it. And basically, all I've accomplished is blowing holes in ground. That's I'm looking for something like a laser sight or something like that that would increase the accuracy of the pistol.
I have a small off-game question. Why didn't you ask for that in Frankie's?
Because I want it magically incorporated into the pistol so that it doesn't take electricity or anything. It takes PPE.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get the logic behind it. I do have scopes. Some, not a big thing, but kind of boring. He looks disappointed.
Trust me, boring is fine as long as it saves my butt like it did last time. Huh?
Well, I have this here for 1,200 credits.
What is it?
A scope.
It's a scope
Yeah.
for a pistol?
Yes.
So do I have to look through the scope or is it going to like project a little
Oh,
bit?
it's a laser dot thing.
Oh, it's a laser dot. Okay. Gives me like a +1 to strike.
Oh, yes.
Something like that. Okay.
And he can definitely be incorporated in your Techno Wizard gun. It's not.
Cool.
Again, looks very disappointed. That's the only thing you want.
No, it's not the only thing I want. I'm just getting started here. Can you make me something that does like a globe of daylight that I can
Definitely.
just pump in enough for the spell and then it'll light up like globe of daylight does?
Oh yes, no problem whatsoever. I have it over here in the anti-vampire section.
Oh, cool. I'll take that. And the TW water pistol as well.
Don't you mind? I'll just find the prices just a minute.
You going after cats?
Keep peeing on the carpet.
Got the water pistol. Hold on.
Hey, Lester, you're spasming on the screen.
Yeah. You're looking a lot like, like, what's his name? Yeah, the robot.
Smooth on mine.
Well, the Globe of Daylight lanterns cost 20,000 credits.
Ooh, steep.
And the Techno Wizard Sun Water Blasters, here we go. The smallest is 6,000, goes up to the biggest one for 50,000. Oh, no, there's an 80,000 version too.
Wow. I'm looking for something, like super soaker sized.
That would probably be shotgun or rifle. That goes for 35 or 50.
I'll do the 35. And then 12,000 for the lantern?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
And then you have a TV full-size water shotgun.
Okay.
That does 5d6 hit point damage to vampires.
It does how much?
5d6.
MDC?
hit points to vampires. It's because vampires can't be hurt by normal weapons. They can only be hurt by certain weapons.
Yeah,
But,
it goes directly. It bypasses their MDC.
No, I don't have anything to fight vampires.
Nope.
And I can keep.
Yeah, but
getting
your
my
character
ass
doesn't
kicked.
even know that vampires like this exist yet, though.
I know. No, I heard the conversation about South America. That was brought up in the conversation. I think Forsyth mentioned it. But the ghost magic's been kicking my ass. Is there anything that I can pick up here that can protect me?
that can help you with what, sir?
Is there anything I can pick up here that can protect me from mind magic stuff?
You ask him. Well, yes, certainly.
I'm not
He looks at you a bit more intensely. You don't seem to be a magic user yourself.
No, do I need to be?
Yeah. Most of my items.
Do you have anything that lets me shoot electricity when I'm phased?
No.
What I ask? Who would?
Honestly, don't know. I've never heard of anything that would be able to do that. And again, the things I would make wouldn't be possible for you to use because you have to channel magic energy into it.
Gotcha. I look around. Is there anything I can steal?
Probably. Do you want to?
No. Just a thought.
There's a lot of things that look very valuable. You don't really know what the alarm systems are, or if any, but especially because it's partially a magic shop, so you don't know how that might factor into it. But yeah. Anything else in the Techno-Wizard shop?
No, but I did want to ask a question. There is riot shields in the books. This guy over here didn't have one?
Nope. It's not really that common. Riot cops are really not something you see all that often.
And they don't have any kind of flexible material or like a plexiglass high impact shield type of material?
Only for armor and power armor and such. Not anything that you could fashion a shield out of as such. Then you have to invent it yourself, and you have to have a lot of more skills than you have.
Yeah.
So it's nothing that you really use in this city. To be honest, they're mainly used in big cities like Chi-Town and stuff like that.
Should have taken some of that
Because you
rhinoceros
can't
hide.
really pair.
Oh wait, it's magic. Need some animal hide.
Yeah, I got a bunch of that.
Look at it with your animal hide.
But yeah, no shield technology as such, unless you go for magic, and there's plenty of that. But yeah, you are done in the technical shop, I gather.
Yeah.
Let's then go to the spa, where a very content princess and a very small fox are having their head rubbed and back rubbed and whatever they
Freshly
they want.
shampooed.
They are washed, they are rinsed, they are repeated.
Get some bows for the fox's hair.
Yep. You are now a prize-winning fox. Kind of look a little bit like a poodle. But you both feel extremely relaxed after a couple of hours of this treatment. It has definitely been worth the 500 credits it has cost. And yes, that is both for you and the fox.
Dang. I should have
What?
Go to bed.
I didn't
Is
stop.
that the princess treatment though? Is they getting the grapes and they peeling it and they
Everything like that, yeah.
got the fan?
It's kind of just like being in a fairy tale land that you're from, just for a couple of hours. It's really nice. And you both leave the place all relaxed and ready for whatever the world might send your way. As you both notice in a split second a person on the other side of the street falling over, and then you both get a splitting headache. This
Get a-
occurs at the same. Oh, sorry.
Get a what?
Splitting headache.
Ah.
This also occurs for both Sophia and Kier at the exact same time, not that you would know it.
Ah,
And you also notice people falling over. Demetrius and Remy both see people here and there. Not everybody, just looks like random people just falling over, gripping their heads, shouting. Including them is Sophia and Kier.
What's David Bowie doing? Is he there?
David Bowie stayed at the hotel because he just wanted to relax
Okay,
and
so
sleep.
he's not amongst them. He's not in. All right.
So
Last
you
time I
don't
checked,
know
he was-
what's going on with him. It doesn't
We
look like
checked-
the same effect as the rest of you saw last time. This seems different. And as you wonder what is going on with these pain-filled heads all around you, we get to our dear psychic members, which is so many of you, which is kind of funny. So, Illustra, Felix, Kia, and Sophia both feel your mind being violated in ways that it shouldn't. Cosmic forces are racing through your mind, imprinting itself in ways that it really shouldn't. You see monsters' pain, beating skies, cracking earth. None of it makes sense.
Oh God, Mad Haven followed me!
All of a sudden it freezes, and you see layered on top of each other 7 threats. You can't see them all, like they're hiding behind each other. But you know in your heart that each of these can destroy everything. You see the front one. It's a swarm of unformable creatures just devouring everything in their way.
Ew, bugs.
Maybe bugs. There are a lot of them. Just behind them, see 4 riders looking
Wait, what?
This is a vision that occurs all over Laszlo. Not only Laszlo, but everywhere that's known to Laszlo. Apparently all known psionic beings collapsed in these visions. Not exactly the same, but some patterns repeat. The 7 dangers, the 4 demons, the devouring swarm. And that is where we'll end the first season of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Megaverse. Me and our dear players will have talks about what their characters will be up to in some of the downtime that they will be having, how they will use the money they will get and rewards they will get from the council, plans for the future. And we will return in season 2.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks to the cast and of course our audience for their participation today.
very much.
If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that follow button down the bottom right-hand corner if you haven't already. And join us tomorrow night, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. We're going to be doing 5th edition D&D's Tomb of Annihilation. Monday, we start the season 2 of Star Trek with almost a whole new cast. So that should be interesting. So come check that out. Tuesday, would you like to do the plug for Conan?
Yeah, Tuesday, our heroic heroes that are not always so super heroic just got themselves a mill in order to kind of drive crazy the town watch commander, who's kind of a jerk. And we get to see exactly how that plays out, the power struggles of the internal politics. Or maybe they just go after a mine full of demons. Who knows?
So check that out. That's a lot of fun. After that, we go to the Billy F.N. Wildstar show to do some some random games that we do on Tuesday nights at 9 to 11. Wednesday, we return for Curse of Strahd. That's 8 to 10 p.m. It's another 5th edition D&D campaign that's going on. Thursday, we return with Star Wars, 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. And I guess we'll let you know what happens with next week on next Saturday. So stay tuned in the Discord for that. And we'll see everybody next time. Bye, everybody.
See you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Julian.